let me introduce to you our credible speaker for this afternoon. So, he is largely a self taught artist at present. Our guest speaker this afternoon is working at the Della National Comprehensive High School as a TLA teacher and a school ICT coordinator. So he's also handling a visual arts class in special program in the arts or the SPA curriculum. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our credible speaker for this afternoon, Sir Marklin L. Gimbal. A virtual applause, please.
Thank you very much, Miss Jane.
Thank you, sir.
Hello,
Wow.
everyone. Okay, so before anything else, salamat to Sir Puertes for inviting me here. My task this afternoon is about digital art and poster making, or digital poster making. And perhaps most of you want to be a digital artist, but you don't know where to start. And perhaps you've done Google search before, but felt overwhelmed by all the information and or maybe intimidated by what the authors assumed you already know. I've realized that there's not enough beginner-friendly material out there for students like you who want to try digital art. That's why I've put together this comprehensive guide to explain everything you need to know to get started, from the tools, software, process, and features. This guide is everything you need to jumpstart your new hobby. I hope dili ta magputol-putol kay medyo hinay ra bagid ang internet. Ito yung mga house rules natin and some reminders. Upat ra ka buok, no? First, be prepared. I hope you have your pen and paper with you para maka-take note mo kung sa mga importante nga mga gusto ninyong isulat. And of course, be polite and respectful. Mute mic unless called on. And please turn on your camera. And always be in front of your camera. Then, of course, be attentive. Show that you understand with a head nod, pwede inana, no? Or a hand gesture, like thumbs up, or feedback icons. Then, be active. No? Take note, use chat, or raise your hand to share questions or ideas. Okay, so ito yung mga goals natin, no? Definition of digital poster making. Of course, yung tools to be used in digital art. Then the process of digital poster making. Then do. Ano bang dapat natin gawin or pwede natin gawin after this? No? Of course, we share ideas in digital poster making. Then share tips and techniques in digital poster making. Then you are also expected to value the importance of digital art, and I hope you'll be inspired and be motivated to create digital art. Alright, so check-in muna tayo. Kindly write your name in the chat box. Your name, then describe yourself in one word. Okay, go. Again, just write your name in the chat box. Then describe yourself in one word. Oh, Priya Pasagi, a Christian. Severe,
Sir,
cheerful. Aaron, quiet. Denise, human. Ay, human si Denise. Buti na lang, human siya. Lovejoy, calm. Mark Angelo, honest. Honest ka talaga, Mark. Si Kyla, board si Kyla. Si Angel, Chai, Chai, Chai P. Hmm. Si Ken, honest din si Ken. Kian. Si Nicole, friendly. Tukatid si Z. Okay lang yan, tukatid. Basta nakamute lang. Si Jafar, friendly rin. Hmm. I have no motivation to draw. Uy, Rapari, Rapi. Sana ma-motivated ka after this. James, James Kyle, honest. Honest, as in A-N-I-S-T. Okay, thank you guys. Oh, dami pala natin ngayon, no? We are 40 plus. Okay, so ito na yung session flow natin. First, we'll have the introduction to digital art and poster making. Then, sharing of tips in making a poster. Then, choosing your hardware or device. Then, choosing your software or app. Then, later on, mag-brainstorming tayo. Okay? So, digital art and poster making. So, digital art, you might be, or you might already be familiar with traditional media. And perhaps ang iba sa inyo, magaling na talaga sa poster making. Like oil pastel, watercolor, or acrylic. And now you are wondering, what is digital art? So digital drawing or digital art or digital poster making is a new medium or technique that lets us create beautiful artwork without the messiness of painting with inks or oils. It requires many of the same skills and techniques as traditional painting. You just can't create art at the click of the button, but it's also easier in many ways. So ito yung mga advantages niya. It's a lot less messy, and you can do it in even the smallest spaces as long as you've got space to set up your tablet or possibly a cell phone or a computer, and you're good to go. It's a lot faster as you don't need to wait for paints to dry, and it will allow you to work faster and more creatively. You can use powerful digital tools like layers to unlock entirely new ways of working. So what is poster making? Well, poster making is a process of making a poster. Di ba? To tell you honestly, I don't really have a clear definition of poster making. So I tried to search on the internet, but I can hardly find this definition of poster making. I tried to search in Google. Sabi niya, the main function of a poster is to capture a moving audience with a message. When designing a poster, plan its design carefully. You'll have a short amount of time to attract and hold your readers' attention. So to attract your readers' attention. So why readers? So I got confused. That's why I changed my question. What is poster? So ito ang sabi ni Google. A poster is large printed picture used for decoration. Yun. A large picture used for decoration. So it can be in a form of drawing or painting. Then I asked Google, what is the difference between a poster and painting. So ito, sabi ni Chiaryang, posters often advertise an event, giving a name, time, and venue in a typeface. It is designed to have impact, to be able to be seen at distance, at a distance, and then bring people closer. Ayan. Sabi ni Chiaryang. Ito naman kay Diane Black. Posters can be created by individuals at home, usually one or just a few posters. Or posters can be created by designers who then have them printed with special machines, etc. Ito naman kay Greg, painting at saka poster. Compare niya, no? Painting is a physical skill using pigment to make an image, while a poster is a reproduction of a pre-existing image. Reproduction daw ng pre-existing image. So it is mechanically printed and it can be mass-produced. Medyo nalito na ako ng konti dito, no? Iba yung kanilang definition. Pero basically, yung poster, ganun talaga, no? Medyo creative lang siguro sa school. Kaya, nagtanong ako ulit, poster making versus, no, the difference between poster making and editorial cartooning. Yan. So, ito ang sabi ni Precious Micaela. Yan. An edited cartoon, also known as a political cartoon, is an illustration or comic strip containing a political or social message that usually relates to current events or personalities. Sa poster, it is a temporary promotion of an idea, product, or event put up in a public space for mass consumption. So parang poster, parang nagbibigay ng information talaga, no? Using images. Yan. How about poster making and slogan? Are you familiar with this? Familiar kayo mga no? Mayroong poster making, mayroon ding slogan making, mayroon ding poster and slogan making na contest. So, pumunta ulit ako sa Google. No? Meron akong nakita from philnews.ph. So, ito yung sabi ni, yung pangalan niya, Maestro Valerie. Parang lalaki, pero parang babae yung pangalan din, no? The two terms are in association with a certain portion of various events in schools or any place where a participant or two participants have to make a slogan or a poster, sometimes even in a group. So, the difference between the two, he said, yung ano lang, making, yung word na making, yun lang yung difference ng dalawa. Similarity ng dalawa, no? So, perhaps you're familiar with infographic. Kasi sabi niya, iba yung infographic din sa typographic. Yung slogan daw is the creation of memorable phrases, sometimes with title, with typographical or typographic elements. While poster, on the other hand, is usually placed in public space and it usually contains both typographic and graphic elements. So, pwede pala yung poster na mayroong dalawang elements, no? Typographic at graphic elements. Pero sa slogan, typographic lang talaga, no? Mga letters lang talaga. No? Okay? Sometimes, medyo strict yung mechanics ng poster making. Bawal sumulat ng kung ano-ano, no? Puro drawing lang talaga. Depende yan sa sa mechanics ng contest mechanics. Okay, so there are two keywords that we need to remember, typographic and graphic. When it comes or when it contains typographic elements, definitely it is slogan, while poster making is the creation with graphic elements. Poster making can also be done with elements or depende yan sa mechanics. In terms of infographic, pare-pareha lang sila, no? Graphic, infographic, typographic. Sa infographic, from the word information at graphic, that's another thing, no? According to Google, yung infographic daw is a visual image such as a chart or diagram used to represent information or data. Yan. So meron tayong konting definition ng digital poster making. Medyo pareha lang siguro sa poster making na traditional, no? Magkaiba lang siguro sila sa process. Kalain mo, nagtanong din ako niyan kagabi. How to make a poster. Yan. Paano nga ba? Perhaps most of us here ay mayroon ng idea tungkol dito. So, let me share with you this video. This is about poster making. Yung anak ko yung gumawa. Teka muna. I-share muna natin itong video ng poster making. Sara to. Pangitaon sa nato ha. Observe the process kung ano yung una niyang ginawa until natapos na yung gawa niya. Nawala man. Alala di ay, no?
Bye!
Klaro ba sa inyo ha ang video basin og nagputol-putol po no? Dinay mo kayong signal na tong internet. Okay, balik muna tayo sa
Pero sir.
ating slideshow. So, what have you noticed? Yung paggawa niya ng poster, ano bang, di ba yung una niyang ginawa ay ano siya, medyo meron siyang nag-sketch muna siya, di ba? We call it study. No? Nag-prepare siya ng parang plan kung ano yung gagawin niya sa kanyang cartolina or sa kanyang cardboard or illustration board para hindi na siya matagalan sa pag-iisip. Diba? And if you notice, dire-diretso na siya sa illustration board. No? Kasi alam na niya kung anong gagawin niya. Siguro ganyan din ang ginawa niyo. Usually, sa mga contest, mga 3 hours, swerte na tayo kung may ganong mga contest. No? At minsan, 1 hour lang yung oras na binigay sa atin yung contest, no? 1 hour lang. Kaya ba sa atin yung 1 hour na contest sa poster making? Yung
Siguro,
kagaya ng
sir.
traditional, mag-sketch
Siguro,
lang
sir,
muna.
makaya ang 1 hour kung ready na gid kay ka, kung prepared.
Kung prepared yun.
Oh.
So,
Og
para
depende.
dali ra pod imong kuan. Sige daw.
Dili kaya 1 hour, sir. Oy, gamay ra kay kag time
Pero,
ng
sir,
1 hour.
pero sir, magdepende po na sa imuhang skills, sir, oy.
Mapo, no? Sakto
Kung
ka,
unsa
Ella.
kung unsa ka paspas nimo humanon ng isa ka artwork.
Mao gyud, nasakto ka, Ella, no? Depende pod, no? Labi na kung depende pod sa size sa imong artwork na buhaton, no? So, yun, yung orientation din, no? Depende yan sa mechanics. So, i-consider din natin yan. No? Size, orientation, tapos yung kulay na pwedeng gamitin. Minsan, pag wala na talagang white, punta na lang tayo sa yellow na cartolina. Medyo mahirap yun gawin, no? Sa poster making. Sa digital poster making, no, this is the creation of a large image, just like the traditional, no, containing typographic and graphic element. But this time, it is done completely on computer. Kaya tinatawag siya na digital. Kasi yung output mo, makikita mo, pero hindi mo siya mahahawakan. Until i-print mo siya. You can use your cell phone, of course. No? May nakita ko sa contest lately, no? Sa inyong contest. Cellphone lang ginamit niya. Ito. So, this is an example of a digital poster. No? Gawa ni Jacaila Florence. Yan. Ito yata yung first, no? Yung nanalo sa digital poster making. Andito ba si Jacaila? Si Jacaila Florence, andito ba? With us?
Yes, sir.
Pila may premium ng money. So ano yung ginamit mo dito? Cellphone or computer?
Tablet,
Jacaila?
sir. Tablet.
Tablet. Oh, mas maganda kung tablet kasi may malaking screen compared sa cellphone, di ba? Hindi ka masyadong mahirapan pag malaki yung screen.
Yes.
Tapos, ito naman kay Marisa Jade. No? Mariska Jade. Naka-second si Mariska Jade. Ano bang gamit ni Mariska dito na gadget? Andito ba si Mariska? Tapos ito naman, no, yung gawa ni Earl Jan. Earl Jan. Yan. Naka-third din ito sa poster. No? Digital poster making. Usually, yung ginamit nila, siguro lahat kayo sumali na dito, di ba? No?
Yes, sir.
Yung cellphone lang, no? Mobile app. Pwede rin sa tablet. Mas okay din sa malaking tablet or desktop, no? Or sa laptop. Kung laptop or desktop, mas maganda yung touchscreen. May tips na ibibigay natin, no, poster. So number 1, kailangan mag-research muna tayo. No? Because usually yung poster making contest para naka-angkla sa theme. Pag hindi relevant sa theme yung gawa mo, no, malaking minus yan, no, sa work mo. Then, of course, you make a study or a plan. Sketch mo muna sa maliit na papel. Then, number 3, avoid using common symbols. Ano ba yung mga common symbols? I actually learned this from a friend, si Sir Errol Balcos. He's from CDO, pero he's a member of Committee for Visual Arts sa NCCA. Sabi niya, pag contest, iwasan nyo yung mga globe. Sino bang mahilig gumawa ng globe? Or a dove, yung dove na lumilipad. Kagaya kanina, no, nung ginawa ng aking anak, no, may globe tapos may dove. Tapos meron ding kamay na gumaganon. Sinong kadalasan gumawa ng ganyan? No? As much as possible, try to create something new. No? Para, halimbawa, kung pare-parehar yung mga output ninyo, tapos may isa na kakaiba. So, definitely, doon yung mga judges pupunta. Yung attention nila doon na sa isang artwork na kakaiba sa lahat. Then, sa digital poster making, as much as possible, use a stylus or touch pen. Pag kamay lang yung gamit natin, lalo na pag sa cellphone lang, medyo mahirap yun, di ba? Sino nakakagawa nun? Sino na nakagawa nun? Yung kamay lang, saka yung cellphone.
Ako, sir.
Ako.
Disod kayo, no? Kumingking mo gamit. Another is originality. Originality is the best policy. Para hindi tayo magka-problema sa copyright. I have seen a lot of artists na kumukuha ng ibang images sa internet tapos nag-paste sila sa kanilang canvas, no, sa drawing area nila o image window. Tapos nag-multiple production. Ang dami yan sa YouTube eh. Kumuha lang sila sa Google, tapos nag-paste sa kanilang drawing area. As much as possible, yung gawa mo talaga. No? Then, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Kasi minsan, masyado tayong ma-discourage kaagad, no? Pag nagkamali. Huwag matakot. No? Just enjoy what you're doing. No? Kung mayroon mang anyway, sa digital poster, pag mayroon tayong madali lang nating i-erase sa digital poster. Lalo na pag poster and slogan contest, usually doon tayo nagkamali sa mga slogan. Nagkabalibaligtad yung mga litra or mali yung spelling, di ba? Pero sa digital, madali lang natin yan i-correct. Press lang tayo ng Control U o di naka-undo na, di ba? Then, another is, lastly, practice makes perfect. So, ganyan lang talaga, no? Kung gusto mo maging isang magaling na digital artist in the field of poster making, just keep practicing. Okay, so punta na tayo sa tools. Ayan. To get started with digital drawing, and painting, or digital art, you will need just two things, hardware and some drawing painting software. At siguro, may cellphone tayo lahat, di ba? Meron bang cellphone lahat? O pwede yung cellphone. Kung wala tayong tablet or computer, pagtiyagaan muna natin yung cellphone natin. Pero mas maganda kapag mas malaki yung screen, like tablet. Don't worry if you're unsure where to begin. Kasi minsan, medyo mahirapan tayong pag-start, di ba? Lalo na pag walang gadget. First, yung hardware. It could be smartphone or tablet. At kapag computer naman, mas maganda kapag touchscreen. May touchscreen ba na computer sa bahay ninyo or laptop? So the type of digital painting you can do is going to be at the mercy of the limitations of your hardware. So it's entirely possible to illustrate using something like a mobile device, like your cell phone or tablet, or a budget-friendly laptop. But doing so may mean that you're forced into working with smaller canvases, lalo na pag cellphone lang. Mahirap yun, di ba? So this can be perfectly fine if you're looking to create work that will be viewed primarily online at low resolutions by social media, like sa Facebook lang. Okay lang yun, no? Or printed for smaller real-world applications like stickers. Pwede rin yun. Mga small size mga artwork. So even a standard budget smartphone or even laptop can get the job done as long as it meets the minimum system specs for your preferred creative software. Usually sa mga cellphone natin ngayon, capable na yan, no? Mga smartphone. So choosing the right mobile phone for your for freelance designers is not as easy as 1, 2, 3. You need to make sure you pick one that offers the exact what you're looking for. At sometimes, mas kampagitaan no? Narata makabalo nga, di day pwede itong cellphone kung naka-download na ta, tapos nimpilit ang atong cellphone. No? Di na magamit kay naghang ang software. You check your cellphone, no? Kung pwede ba siya, no? Especially sa kanyang storage, no? Mas malaking storage, mas maganda, no? Sa RAM, at least mga 4 gigabytes, no? Yung RAM para mabilis, no? Yung mga cellphone na pang gaming, pwede yan. There are some points to consider when choosing a smartphone. Your smartphone's processor serves as the brain of your device, and the size and resolution of your smartphone screen will determined by the work you do with it. Long-lasting power of a mobile phone will be a huge help for creatives in using software. Kasi medyo mahirap kapag madali lang malubat yung cellphone natin, tapos working while the charging cord is there, medyo mahirap yun, di ba? Mas lalong umiinit yung device natin, yung smartphone natin kapag naka-charge while working. At minsan, madali lang siya mag-hang. So, kailangan yung long-lasting power or battery, no? Long-lasting battery power. Then, smartphone cameras, like 8 to 12 megapixels. Hindi naman siya ganun ka-importante yung smartphone cameras, pero pwede mo siyang gamitin, no, sa mga studies mo. Para hindi ka na mag-sketch sa cellphone mo or sa tablet. Pag maganda yung camera, after creating your study or your plan, picturean mo lang tapos i-trace mo sa application, no? Sa software. When opening a software, a drawing software, no? Yung tinatawag nating tracing. Mag-trace ka na lang doon, di ba? So importante rin yung camera. Then the size of the capacity of a mobile phone plays an important role for designers, since they have a lot of creative software to install as well as designs that need to be saved. Android and iOS are the two most popular operating systems for smartphones. So both options are capable of giving you an excellent smartphone experience, but each has its own advantages and disadvantages. May mga app na hindi pwede sa Android phone, meron ding ibang app na pang iOS lang talaga. Okay, punta tayo sa tablet. Sino yung kanina? Si Jakaila, no? May tablet. May tablet ba lahat dito? Ako, may tablet ako. Paracetamol.
Ako, sir.
Ay, uy, swerte ka. Meron ka. Ila, oh.
Pareho pala tayo, sir.
Paracetamol lang din sa iyo, Ma'am Jen.
Yes, sir.
Buti yung iba may tablet. Oh, the best drawing tablets are the perfect investment if one of your goals is to draw more. Maganda talaga yung tablet. Whether you're a complete novice to digital art or are looking to push your craft to the next level, a new drawing tablet is the ideal way to get into better habits. Ikumpara mo sa cellphone, maliit lang yung screen ng cellphone. Kahit meron ka pang stylus, tapos cellphone lang, mas mahirap yun. So, there are three main categories of graphic tablets. The first one is a graphic tablet. The other one is display tablet. Tapos yung isa, all-in-one na. Graphic na, display pa. Yan. So, the graphic tablet is the cheapest model. Pero wala kang makitang screen. Ano bang klaseng tablet ito? Intuos? Wacom? Siguro Wacom ito, no? They generally have two components, a touchpad and a stylus. Tapos kailangan nakakonect yan sa screen ng computer mo. Kasi ano lang yan, parang touchpad lang yan ng laptop or drawing pad. So ito yung pros ng graphic tablet. Mga advantages. Cheapest option and totally good enough to get started with. Tapos walang battery. Hindi na kailangan mag-charge. At hindi ka magka-problema kung ma-damage yung screen mo kasi wala siyang screen . Yung disadvantages naman niya, you have to keep your eyes on the computer kasi yung kanyang screen laging nandun lang sa computer mo. Habang nagdo-drawing ka, yung kamay mo nasa tablet, pero yung mata mo doon sa screen. Parang mousepad lang ng laptop. Then, it requires a computer. Kung wala kang computer, you can draw. You cannot draw. Kung wala kang computer. Kung meron ka dito, kailangan mo ng isang computer. Ay, ito pa, no? Ito yung most popular models ng graphic tablet, yung Wacom Intuos. Napay Wacom Intuos Pro graphic tablet. Sa display tablet, naka-display na yung i-drawing mo. No? Meron ka nang makita. Just like graphic tablets, pareha lang sila ng function, but with a built-in monitor na ito. No? So you don't need a computer now. No? You can draw directly onto a screen, which feels more intuitive, no? Especially when you're used to painting on paper or canvas. So, hindi ka na mahirapan kasi makikita mo na yung mga lines mo na ginawa, no, sa screen. Yung pros, drawing on screen feels more natural than a touchpad. And it allows you to work more accurately. Kumpara mo sa ordinary tablet. Pero yung cons, mas mahal. Yan. And we develop dead pixels over time. Kala ko hindi na kailangan ng computer. Pa din ng computer pala. No? And the most popular model of display yung brand at saka Hoyun Canvas. Punta tayo sa all-in-one tablet. Includes popular tablets like the iPad Pro or Microsoft Surface Pro. Malaking tablet na ito. No? Big advantage is that you won't need an extra laptop or computer. So, dire-diretso na siya. No? Naka-store na siya dito sa tablet. Yung artwork mo or yung project file mo nandiyan na sa tablet. Hindi na kailangan ng computer. So, these are essentially a tablet and computer 2-in-1. And the downside is that they are more expensive. And you have very limited selection of software available to you. Siguro yung mamaya mag-discuss tayo sa software. No? Speaking of software. Yan, software na tayo. No? While most people will immediately be drawn toward Adobe's Creative Cloud programs, naka-Adobe lahat, no? I would argue it's worth your while consider alternative drawing apps, they may be less expensive if not completely free. No? Alternative drawing muna, no, ng mga free ang pipiliin natin. So I would highly recommend itong mga nandito like Krita, GIMP at Sketchbook. Are you familiar with the softwares? May gumagamit na ba dito ngayon? May mga nanalo sa poster making lately? There are a lot of different programs available in digital printing. So to make your life easier, I would suggest that you use these three softwares. Krita, it's a free and open source raster graphics editor designed primarily for digital painting and 2D animation. It runs also on Windows. Pwede rin sa computer, no? Hindi lang sa cellphone or sa tablet. But basically sa mga computer, mga malalaking screen. No? And GIMP is an adaptation of iOS and Android, which stands for GNU Image Manipulation, no? GIMP or GIMP, which is a freely distributed program for tasks as photo retouching, image composition, and image authoring. So it's still a free version, a free software. Then Sketchbook is sketching, painting, and illustration software. One of my favorites, Sketchbook. Last May 2018, yung Autodesk has announced that the full version of its digital drawing software na Sketchbook is entirely free for desktop. So wala na siyang license. Full version na siya. Kapag mag-download ka dito, automatic full version na siya. No? So for desktop, mobile, and tablet, pwede rin sa tablet, no? With all the pro versions features added to the free version. Wala na bayad. Other software, pwede mong gamitin, yung IBIS Paint, Medibang, mga free yan. No? And of course, never forget Photoshop. Maganda rin naman yung Photoshop. Yung tinatawag nating standards ng digital or yung graphic arts industry, Photoshop. Pero yung kanyang price is 12,000. Aside from Photoshop, meron din tayong MS Paint sa computer. Meron na bang nakagamit ng MS Paint?
Sa una, sir, katong lingaw-lingaw pa bitaw, sir, ga-eksperimento sa MS Paint.
Siya, no? Makalingaw, maka-explore ka while practicing your hands with the mouse, no? How to control the mouse. Maganda yung paint window. Actually, meron din akong video niyan. Let me share it with you. Kasi mahilig din ako mag-drawing sa paint window noon. Ay, wala tayong stylus di ba? Mouse lang yung madaling gamitin. Yung available natin, no? Ayan, no? Tingnan muna natin to. Pilit, no? Hindi na yung signal. Ayan. Image paint. Kaya lang yung image paint, walang ano yan walang layer. Isa lang yung layer ng image paint. Di ba? So, mahirap, no? Mahirap. Kapag isang layer lang. Image paint. Yung Adobe, maraming layers ito, no? If you want to get serious about digital painting, of course, it is highly recommended to have this software, Adobe Photoshop. It's the most powerful software available for painting. Also drawing, no? And because it's become the industry standard, you'll find the most training and lesson on it. Even sa YouTube, maraming mga tutorial about Photoshop. Pwede siya sa Windows. Meron din ito sa sa tablet saka sa mga mobile device. Kaya lang 12,000. 12,000. So the very first step of digital art or digital painting or drawing is to create a new document. The most important setting or settings to remember are yung orientation, no? Yung width and height. So use this to set the size of your canvas in either centimeters or inches or in pixels. Then resolution. No? If you're planning to print your artwork, use 300 pixels per inch. If you're planning to print it, then use 72 pixels. And this will keep your file size smaller and make your computer run faster kung mas maliit lang yung resolution. Then of course, color mode, always start in RGB. But if you want to print your artwork you can switch this to CMYK later on. So here is the software interface, and the three most important part of Photoshop are the toolbox, and option bar, and the panels. Yan, toolbox, option bar, panels. Yan. Ito yung toolbox. This is the option bar and the panels. Another is the sketchbook, Autodesk sketchbook. With an interface designed for tablet use, you can work without a keyboard. And great brush engine, beautiful, clean surface or workspace, and many drawing assisting tools. So, free version siya. Pero, full version. Free na full. It was first developed by Alia Systems Corporation as Studio Paint before acquired by Autodesk. So, binili siya ng Autodesk and then being spun out into an independent company, Sketchbook Incorporated, originally developed as commercial software. It evolved into a subscription model before eventually being made freeware for personal use. Maganda yung Sketchbook. Ito yung kanyang user interface. Once you open Sketchbook or Sketchbook Pro, kasi Pro na ito, no? Free pero Pro, you are welcomed by an interface with present. You can move and resize them as you see fit. These panels are toolbar. So number 1, yung toolbar. Tapos yung brush palette, number 2, yung brush palette. Then yung lagoon. Lagoon is the round UI element by default. It is found in the bottom left corner here, number 3. Though you can change its location. It is a hub for many useful tools in Sketchbook. And of course, the brush pack, where you can change the size of the brush or change the brush opacity. Then the color pack, where you can change the hue, luminance, saturation, etc. And number 6, dito sa ibaba, yung layer editor, which contains all the layers and layer tools. It's where you can add, delete, rearrange, group, or even hide layers. Not just like Photoshop. You can hide layers, you can edit the layers. And of course, the color editor, which contains a color wheel for selecting a color. Para sa mga smartphone devices, ito, no? Ito yung kanyang interface. Kamay ko yan, no? Pugi ng kamay ko. As you can see on this picture, it looks different, no? Kasi nasa cellphone na siya, di ba? And actually, maraming ding mga tutorial yan sa YouTube, yung tungkol sa sketchbook. Tita ha, tingnan muna natin ng saglit yung magandang tutorial sa Facebook, sa YouTube. Kasi mahirap mag-demonstrate pag nandito lang tayo sa buti na lang may YouTube, di ba?
And I'm your personal makeup artist.
Advertisement ulit.
Hello guys, today I will show you the basics of Autodesk.
Cellphone yan, cellphone.
Under the menu button, you can start a new project. Here, you can adjust the size of the image. But the bigger the image, the less layers you can use. Autodesk Sketchbook Mobile gives you access to the corner shortcuts. You can activate them with a double tap. Below left, you find Undo. bottom right, redo. And on the right upper side, you can frame the canvas. On the upper left side, you can clear the layer. Under the settings in the menu, you can set these corner shortcuts for yourself. Now we come to the colors. You can change them here. On the color wheel, you can choose the main color. And in the square, you can adjust the saturation and the brightness. Below,
Okay, so ito yung so far yung pinaka magandang tutorial for beginners, no? When it comes to Autodesk Sketchbook. So hanapin niyo lang, no? Si Builder sit with Autodesk. Pero so far, no, when you mga first time na gumamit ng Autodesk, ito na kasi mayroon siyang ano, yung parang na ng app. Okay, so let's proceed to our next punta muna tayo dito, no? Yan. Just like Sketchbook, GIMP also is a free software. It has many capabilities, and it can be used as a simple paint program, an expert quality photo retouching program, online batch processing system, mass production image renderer, or image format converter, etc. Ang dami niyang pwedeng gawin. GIMP is expandable and extensible. It is designed to be augmented with plugins and extensions to do just about anything. And the advanced scripting interface allows everything from the simplest tasks to the most complex image manipulation procedures to be easily scripted. So one of the GIMP's strengths is its free availability from many sources for many operating systems, including your cell phone. Pwede yan. Pag hinahanap mo yan sa App Store, tapos may GIMP, so ibig sabihin, compatible yan sa cellphone mo. Sa Android phone naman, syempre doon sa Google Play. When you type in GIMP, GIMP, tapos may lumalabas, ibig sabihin your cellphone is capable or compatible with the software GIMP. So here's the interface of GIMP. When you open GIMP for the first time, it opens in multi-window. Default mode niya yung multi-window. So you can enable single window mode in the image menu bar. So here's the most basic arrangement of GIMP windows that can be used effectively. You can notice two panels, yung right at saka yung left panels, and an image window in the middle. Okay, so just like the other photo editing softwares, the basic elements of GIMP interface are the main toolbox, yung number 1. That's the main toolbox. It contains a set of icon buttons used to select tools. Tapos yung tool options, yung sa number 2. Down below the main toolbox is a tool options dialog showing options for the currently selected tools. Number 3 is the image window. Yun yung canvas natin, image window. Yung drawing area. Before you can do anything useful in GIMP, you need to have at least one image window open. The layers, sa number 4, this contains the layers, the channels, paths, undo history, dock. Note that the dialogues in the dock are tabs, and the layers tab is open. It shows the layer structure of the currently active image and allows it to be manipulated in a variety of ways. Yung number 5, Yun ang mga brushes, patterns, gradients. The doc dialog box below the layer dialog shows the dialogue tabs or dialogues or tabs for managing brushes, patterns, and gradients. You know, I'm a proud user of GIMP and I've been using it for 10 years already. And here are some of my works with GIMP. Yung iba naman ginamit sa pang-cover ng cover ng module. Ito sa MAPI ito, yung may church, yung sa MAPI yan. Yung tapos yung naka salamin, it's one of my commissioned work, si Sir DC Magnay, no? Principal sa Davao City Christian High School. He's a dynamic learning program advocate. At yung guitar girl, a girl with her guitar, meron akong video niyan. Let me share it with you. So yan, no? Ginamit ko lang yung freeform select tool. So yan, no? Freeform select tool yung ginamit ko. Kasi pag brush or pencil, medyo mahirap yan sa mouse. Now, looking at your artwork, sa poster, digital poster making na contest, I know mas magaling pa kayo sa mas magaling kayong gumawa ng poster, digital poster. Kaya when you have more time to improve your skill, mas gagaling pa kayo. Especially now that you are nandito na tayo sa digital age, diba? Mas mura na lang yung mga gadgets, mga handheld devices, tablet, mga ganun. Mas madali nang makabili ng cellphone na powerful, no? Like 1,000 or 3,000, maganda na yan na cellphone. Pwede na yan, no? Sa digital work. Pero, mas maganda din kung tablet, no? Or malaking screen. Kasi minsan pag laptop or desktop, kailangan yung screen mo, touch screen yung screen mo. So, it can be easy to get overwhelmed with the amount of choices available and get lost down a rabbit hole trying to find the perfect setup. My advice to you is this, no? Don't overcomplicate it. At the end of the day, the tools don't make an artist. I hope you all will agree with this. That's all, and thank you for listening. Have a good day. Mayroon ba kayong mga katanungan? Pwede niyong i-turn on lang yung mic niyo.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you din sa inyo, Sir Fuertes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Sir Marklin, for that very comprehensive presentation, sir. So, our learners were able to get to know what are some of the digital platforms and applications that they're going to utilize in their poster making contest. Yes, because we will be conducting another poster making contest in our organization, Barkada Contra Droga. That's why we are conducting this uh, seminar workshop as well. Okay, so but first, let me take this opportunity to thank our speaker. So let me share to you my screen. Okay. So let me present to you this certificate of recognition, sir. So this certificate is awarded to Marklin L. Gimbao for generously sharing his time, effort, and expertise as resource speaker during the virtual enhancement seminar workshop on traditional and digital poster making held on January 20, 2022 via Google Meet as part of the Barkada Contra Drogas Project Shield, safety and health integration through extensive learning delivery and Sining Contra Droga Month celebration. Given this 20th day of January 2022 at Ozama City National High School, Ozama City, Philippines. Signed, Secondary School Principal to Lilibeth Y. Abamunga. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Miss Jane, and thank you, Osami City National High School, for having me here. It's my
Yes,
pleasure to be here.
thank you so much,
Salamat po
sir.
ni Sir Fuertes. Thank you, Sir
Thank you,
Fuertes.
sir, Mark.
Until next time.
Sir, yes, Sir Furtus is actually our Sining Contra Droga advisor. And this month is his month. So he's organizing this activity as well. Thank you, Sir Anisito.